Welcome to Module 3, AWS Cloud Adoption Strategies. In this module, we will explore and discuss AWS Cloud Adoption Strategies and the resources available to support organizations during the cloud migration journey. We will cover the following subjects: Introduction to Cloud Migration, Understanding AWS Cloud Adoption Framework or CAF, Understanding AWS CAF benefits and business outcomes, Understanding the AWS Cloud Migration Strategies, Identifying AWS Snow family members. Let's get started. Unlike the instantaneous magic of Tony Stark snapping fingers with the Infinity Gauntlet, cloud migration is a meticulous journey that requires time, effort, and expertise for a successful transition. Cloud migration is a complex process demanding expertise and effort for success. Every role within an organization, be it the CEO, CFO, CIO, CTO, CISO, cloud architect, cloud engineer, business analyst, human resources, and more, brings unique perspectives to the table for cloud migration. For instance, the crucial task of HR in hiring the right talent at the correct rate might be overlooked by those new to the cloud. This emphasizes the comprehensive nature of cloud migration, involving diverse aspects of an organization. To streamline and guide you through this intricate process, the AWS Professional Services team has developed the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework or CAF. This framework provides essential guidance, ensuring a quick and smooth migration to AWS for your company. AWS CAF is your comprehensive guide, strategically categorizing guidance into 6 key areas known as perspectives. Each perspective aligns with specific responsibilities within your organization, aiding in the identification of potential skill gaps and ensuring a seamless migration to AWS. Let's delve into the 6 AWS CAF perspectives. Business, people, governance, platform, security, operations. Business, people, and governance emphasize business capabilities, while platform, security, and operations focus on technical capabilities. These perspectives serve as tools to identify and uncover gaps in your skills and processes, acting as valuable inputs for your AWS Cloud Adoption Framework action plan. The action plan, in turn, becomes your compass, guiding change management throughout your cloud journey. Having a well-structured action plan tailored to your organization ensures you stay on track, and the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework provides essential resources for a smooth start in your cloud migration journey. The concept of AWS CAF perspectives can be easily grasped by drawing a parallel with family migration. Let's consider a scenario involving Mr. Lee, who receives a 5-year international assignment to relocate from Seoul, South Korea, to Los Angeles, United States, with his wife and children, John and Gabby, and their dog, Bonnie, joining the journey. This move also means leaving behind their grandparents in Seoul. In a manner similar to the thoughtful considerations Mr. Lee's family undertakes when deciding whether to accept or reject the relocation offer, they employ different perspectives to thoroughly examine various aspects of the move. Much like the AWS CAF perspectives, they take a meticulous approach, evaluating the pros and cons. This enables them to devise a comprehensive action plan, addressing any gaps that may arise should they opt to embark on the migration and relocation to the U.S. Now, let's explore how the business perspective guides decision-making in both family and cloud contexts. In Mr. Lee's family migration, understanding the reasons for the move, such as better job opportunities and a higher quality of life, is essential. The family sets goals for a better future, aligning the migration with the overall well-being of the family. Now, in cloud migration, the business perspective ensures that IT aligns with business needs and that IT investments link to key business results. Use this perspective to create a robust business case for cloud adoption and prioritize cloud initiatives. Ensure your business strategies and goals align seamlessly with your IT strategies and goals. The common roles in the business perspective include business managers or CEO, finance managers or CFO, budget owners, and strategy stakeholders. Now, let's move on to explore the people perspective. In Mr. Lee's family migration, the move to the U.S. with his wife and kids represents a significant change. Enhancing English language skills, adapting to a new Western culture, finding new schools, and building a sense of community are crucial aspects of this transition. In cloud migration, the people perspective supports the development of an organization-wide change management strategy for successful cloud adoption. Use this perspective to evaluate organizational structures and roles, identify new skill and process requirements, and uncover any existing gaps. This evaluation aids in prioritizing training, staffing, and organizational changes. Common roles in the people perspective include human resources, staffing, and people managers. Next, governance perspective. In Mr. Lee's family migration, as the family prepares for this significant journey to the U.S., Mr. Lee recognizes the importance of laying a strong foundation. This involves setting comprehensive guidelines, establishing budgets, and defining rules to guide their daily life, ensuring a seamless transition for his family. In cloud migration, the governance perspective focuses on the skills and processes required to align IT strategy with business strategy. This ensures that organizations maximize business value while minimizing risks. Use this perspective to understand how to update staff skills and processes necessary for effective business governance in the cloud. Additionally, manage and measure cloud investments to evaluate business outcomes. Common roles in the governance perspective include the Chief Information Officer or CIO, program managers, enterprise architects, and business analysts. Now, let's explore the platform perspective. In Mr. Lee's family migration, their journey to the U.S. is not just about finding a place to live but ensuring it becomes a warm and stable home for his family. Mr. Lee meticulously chooses a housing arrangement that not only provides comfort but also serves as a solid foundation for their new life. In cloud migration, the platform perspective encompasses principles and patterns for designing, implementing, and optimizing new solutions on the cloud and migrating on-premises workloads to the cloud. Use a variety of architectural models to understand and communicate the structure of IT systems and their relationships. Describe the architecture of the target state environment in detail. Common roles in the platform perspective include the Chief Technology Officer or CTO, IT managers, and solution architects. Next, security perspective. In Mr. Lee's family migration, safeguarding the well-being of his family is paramount as they settle into their new life in the U.S. Recognizing this, Mr. Lee takes proactive steps to invest in advanced security systems, ensuring a protective shield around their new home. In cloud migration, the security perspective ensures that organizations meet security objectives for visibility, auditability, control, and agility. Use the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework to structure the selection and implementation of security controls and permissions that meet the organization's needs. Common roles in the security perspective include the Chief Technology Security Officer or CISO, IT security managers, and IT security analysts. And lastly, let's now explore the operations perspective. In Mr. Lee's family migration, establishing daily routines is pivotal for a seamless transition to life in the U.S. Recognizing this, Mr. Lee undertakes the task of meticulously organizing their activities, from grocery shopping to school drop-offs, ensuring a well-coordinated and smooth daily operation for his family. In cloud migration, the operations perspective enables, runs, uses, operates, and recovers IT workloads to the level agreed upon with business stakeholders' requirements. It involves defining day-to-day, quarter-to-quarter, and year-to-year business operations. It aligns with and supports the ongoing activities of the business, helping stakeholders identify and implement necessary process changes and training for successful cloud adoption. Common roles in the operations perspective include the Chief Operating Officer or COO, IT operations managers, and IT support managers. Hope you found that breakdown helpful and easy to understand, using the analogy of Mr. Lee's family migration from Seoul to Los Angeles. This slide shows us summarize the 6 areas of perspective within the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. Feel free to pause the video if you want to go through the details. The AWS Cloud Adoption Framework not only provides a structured approach to cloud migration but also delivers tangible benefits and business outcomes, which are: 1. Reduce business risk. It helps lower your risk profile through improved reliability, ensuring increased performance and enhanced security. 2. Improve environmental, social, and governance or ESG performance by leveraging insights. It helps to improve sustainability and corporate transparency. 3. Grow revenue. Unlock new opportunities by creating innovative products and services. Reach new customers and explore untapped market segments, fostering revenue growth and expanding your business footprint. 4. Increase operational efficiency by reducing operating costs, increase productivity, and improve both employee and customer experiences. There are 7 R's in AWS Cloud Migration Strategies: retire, retain, refactor, repurchase, replatform, rehost, and relocate. The initial step involves discovering existing applications as well as servers and storage in your on-premise data center. Next, map application interdependencies and communications. Following that, determine the appropriate application migration strategy, whether it's relocate, rehost, replatform, repurchase, refactor, retain, or retire. The chosen strategy depends on various factors such as migration time and migration cost. For instance, when prioritizing faster migration times and lower operating costs for certain applications, you may choose between relocate or rehost. Conversely, for a specific application where a longer migration duration is acceptable but promises higher long-term value, opting for refactor may be more suitable. To illustrate the 7 R's of AWS Cloud Migration Strategies, let's revisit Mr. Lee's family migration for a straightforward analogy. After careful consideration, Mr. Lee and his family have decided to accept the offer and relocate to the U.S. As they begin packing, the process of discovery unfolds. They find themselves in the midst of deciding which items to bring along to the U.S. The pressure is on, with a moving truck having just arrived. Let's delve into the first of the 7 R's in AWS Cloud Migration Strategies: rehosting. In Mr. Lee's family migration strategy, essential possessions that the family is bringing with them to the U.S., including, of course, their cherished companion, Bonnie, the 4-legged member of the family. In cloud migration strategy, rehosting is also known as lift and shift. A straightforward approach for businesses, involving moving applications as is onto AWS. No immediate changes are made, but optimization is possible later in the cloud journey. In scenarios of large legacy migrations where a company aims to implement its migration swiftly to meet business demands, a significant number of applications undergo rehosting. Moving applications to the AWS cloud using rehosting has proven to save some companies up to 30% of total costs, even without immediate optimization. Relocating is the second R of AWS Cloud Migration Strategies. In Mr. Lee's family migration, Gabby has a cherished plant flourishing in Seoul, along with its nutrient-rich soil. However, instead of transporting the entire bundle, she makes a thoughtful decision. Gabby chooses to relocate only the plant, leaving the soil and pot behind. The idea is to replant the greenery in new, fertile soil and a fresh pot upon reaching the U.S. In cloud migration strategy, relocate is also known as hypervisor-level lift and shift. It involves moving infrastructure to the cloud without the need for new hardware or modifications to existing operations. Specifically tailored for VMware Cloud on AWS, ensuring virtual machine (VM) compatibility and workload portability. It leverages VMware Cloud Foundation technologies, facilitating a seamless migration from on-premises data centers. For instance, you can relocate the hypervisor hosting your Oracle database to VMware Cloud on AWS. The third R of AWS Cloud Migration Strategies is replatforming. In Mr. Lee's family migration, the family decided to take their lovely living room furniture. But they upgraded the furniture upholstery before their big move to the U.S. It's not about getting entirely new furniture but choosing to elevate and revitalize the existing pieces. This decision aims to provide a refreshed and improved experience in their new surroundings. In cloud migration strategy, replatform is also known as lift, tinker, and shift. It's essentially a lift and shift, but with a twist. Instead of a pure one-to-one move, you make a few cloud optimizations to achieve tangible benefits. Optimization occurs without changing the core architecture of the application, and no new development efforts are needed. For instance, you could replatform an existing on-premise MySQL database onto AWS RDS MySQL without any code changes. This approach delivers benefits and improves performance seamlessly. Moving on, now, let's explore the fourth R of AWS Cloud Migration Strategies, retire. In Mr. Lee's family migration, he stumbles upon an old chair and a stack of books collecting dust. Realizing these items no longer serve a purpose or add value to their daily life, he makes a conscious decision to retire them. It's a moment of acknowledging obsolescence and understanding it's time to part ways. In cloud migration strategy, retire is the migration strategy for applications earmarked for decommissioning or archiving. Typically, these are applications with no inbound connections for the last 90 days, indicating a lack of recent use. Retiring involves the process of removing applications that are no longer needed. Retiring an application means you can shut down the servers within that application stack. Next, we're delving into the fifth R, retain. Picture Mr. Lee with a bulky grand piano, cherished for its sentimental value. However, considering the practicalities of immediate transportation, they make the decision to retain the grand piano, leaving it behind for now while planning to revisit it in the future. In cloud migration strategy, retaining involves keeping and preserving applications critical for the business in the current environment. This may include applications that require major refactoring before migration, a task that can be postponed until a later, more opportune time. Next, we explore the sixth R, repurchase. Picture Mr. Lee with a beloved car, filled with sentimental memories and a dash of romance. Recognizing the challenges it poses in transitioning to the US, he makes the heartwarming decision to bid farewell to the old companion, cherishing the memories. The family is now eagerly looking forward to crafting new experiences with a brand new car, perfectly tailored for the adventures awaiting them in the US. Oh, is that a brand new Porsche Panamera? In cloud migration strategy, repurchase is also known as drop and shop. Repurchasing is a strategy where companies consider abandoning legacy software vendors for a fresh start during migration. This involves transitioning from a traditional licensing model to a software as a service, SaaS, model. For example, a business might choose the repurchasing strategy by migrating from an outdated CRM system to a new one, such as Salesforce.com. Lastly, we delve into the seventh R, refactoring. Imagine Mrs. Lee, deeply attached to her kitchen furniture and cabinets. While functional, she recognizes they may not seamlessly fit into the new kitchen space in the US. Instead of grappling with the intricacies of moving them, Mrs. Lee makes a forward-thinking choice. She decides to leave behind the familiar and, instead, opts to design and build custom kitchen furniture, perfectly tailored to their new home in the US. In cloud migration strategy, refactoring is also known as re-architect. Refactoring in cloud migration involves writing new code and reimagining how an application is architected and developed by leveraging cloud-native features. Driven by a robust business need, refactoring aims to add features, scale, or performance that might be challenging to achieve in the application's existing environment. I hope you enjoyed Mr. Lee and his family's migration story. Now, let's recap the 7 R's of AWS Cloud Migration Strategies. Feel free to pause the video if you would like to delve into the details. Now that you've settled on your cloud migration strategies, the next step is to efficiently move your data from on-premise to AWS Cloud. When it comes to traditional data movement and migration, there are common challenges associated with bandwidth limitations. The conventional methods, such as copying data over the internet or utilizing direct connect lines, often face time-consuming processes due to these limitations. Bandwidth constraints can lead to prolonged data transfer times, spanning from days to weeks or even months. To overcome these challenges, AWS recommends leveraging the AWS Snow family members. The AWS Snow family comprises physical devices designed to facilitate the physical transport of data, scaling up to exabytes, into and out of AWS. It includes AWS Snow Cone, AWS Snowball, and AWS Snowmobile, each offering different capacity points and featuring built-in computing capabilities. Importantly, AWS owns and manages these devices, seamlessly integrating them with AWS security, monitoring, storage management, and computing capabilities. Returning to Mr. Lee and his family, they've made crucial decisions about the items they want to bring along and those they choose to retain or leave behind. Now, they're at the stage where the moving company is ready to load their belongings, including their vehicle, for transportation to their new destination. As Mr. Lee and his family prepare for the move, they realize they have a considerable number of boxes to transport. In response, the moving company decides to bring in a larger truck to accommodate the family's belongings. Despite the larger truck, it turns out that Mr. Lee and his family have so many belongings that even that isn't enough. Consequently, the moving company makes the decision to bring in a full-size container to ensure everything can be safely transported. Let's introduce the first member of the AWS Snow family, AWS Snow Cone. AWS Snow Cone is a small, compact, rugged, and designed for secure edge computing and data transfer. This little powerhouse offers edge computing options with Amazon EC2 instances and an AWS IoT Greengrass. With 2 CPUs, 4 GB of memory, and storage options of up to 8 TB HDD and 14 TB SSD, it's ready to tackle your data transportation needs. To get one for yourself, simply place an order through the AWS Management Console. AWS will ship it to you, you plug it in and copy your data, and once you're done, ship it back to AWS. Please meet the next member of the AWS Snow family, AWS Snowball. AWS Snowball comes in 2 flavors to cater to different needs. First, we have the Snowball Edge Storage Optimized. This variant is perfect for large-scale data migrations and recurring transfer workflows, especially those with higher capacity requirements. With 80 TB HDD for Amazon S3 object storage and 1 TB SSD for block volumes, it's ready for heavy-duty data handling. On the other hand, we have the Snowball Edge Compute Optimized. Tailored for robust computing applications like machine learning, full-motion video analysis, analytics, and local computing stacks. It offers 80 TB HDD for Amazon S3 object storage or Amazon EBS block volume, along with 28 TB SSD for Amazon EBS block volume. Now, let's dive into the grand solution of the AWS Snow family, AWS Snowmobile. AWS Snowmobile is an exabyte-scale data transfer service designed for moving massive amounts of data to AWS, reaching up to a staggering 100 petabytes. This is not your average device, it's a 45-foot-long ruggedized shipping container, towed by a semi-trailer truck. Let's talk security. Snowmobile is tamper-resistant, waterproof, temperature-controlled, and equipped with fire suppression measures. To ensure the utmost safety, it features 24/7 video surveillance complemented by a dedicated security team, as well as an escort security detail during transit. Let's wrap up our exploration of the AWS Snow family with a concise summary and a comparative look at its key members: AWS Snow Cone, Snowball Edge Storage Optimized, Snowball Edge Compute Optimized, and the colossal Snowmobile. For a detailed breakdown, feel free to pause the video and explore the comparative table displaying the unique strengths and specifications of each AWS Snow family member. Congratulations! You have completed Module 3 AWS Cloud Adoption Strategies.